A chain breaks at its weakest link, and our glorious imperial legions have exactly three weakest links that will result in getting our imperial asses kicked in the upcoming Third World War. The weakest link is our infantry, which will spend most of their time smoking dope and fragging officers. And the second weakest link is our obsolete slowpoke manned fighter aircraft. And the third weakest link is our lumbering dinosaurs called aircraft carriers. Okay, we are going to get our arrogant imperial asses kicked on the land and at sea and in the air all over the planet, and the USA will suffer a catastrophic defeat within a year if our beloved and feared emperors, Trumpus Maximus, keeps rolling the dice on a nuclear World War III. Okay, let's talk about the aircraft carriers first. Number one, they are ridiculously slow. The newest can do about 45 miles per hour. That's so slow, it's the minimum legal speed on most U.S. freeways. On the other hand, that's faster than a kangaroo, which can do about 35 miles per hour, but slower than lions, which can do about 50 miles an hour in bursts. Number two, I can't give you any numbers, but their heat signature is something like an exploding volcano, and there is absolutely no way to mask it. Number three, they are huge by any standards. The biggest top out at about 1,000 feet long, and they are about 99% metal, so they are a piece of cake for radar detection. And no, you can't mask them like you can with stealth aircraft. Just look at them. Their armor consists of huge slabs of steel. Huge slabs of steel reflect radar perfectly, just like a mirror reflects ordinary light. 4. These aircraft carriers are vulnerable to anything more powerful than an ordinary 50 caliber machine gun. Their side armor ranges from about 8 to about 20 inches, and their deck armor is about 4 or 5.5 inches. Any bomb or torpedo can penetrate their armor and do horrific damage inside, and even one hypersonic missile will send a typical aircraft carrier straight to Davy Jones's locker. 5. These aircraft carriers are a piece of cake for satellite detection. Not only are they huge, but they always travel surrounded by a fleet of about a dozen ships like destroyers to shield them from attack. Furthermore, China and Russia have large numbers of commercial ships, and thus in the initial phase of any war, they will immediately pinpoint the USA carrier locations by radar. Number 6, aircraft carriers can be located just by following their aircraft back to the carrier. Number 7, their land-based fighter aircraft opposition typically have slightly longer ranges than aircraft fighter jets. This means that the aircraft carriers will come under hostile fire before they can strike back. Also, the aircraft carriers will likely face many more fighter planes than what they can carry because they will be within range of many land airfields that can launch swarms of attack aircraft. Number 8, submarines are notoriously successful at stalking aircraft carriers undetected, and you can count on at least one hostile submarine following every USA aircraft carrier 24/7, so the aircraft carriers are not even able to do a Pearl Harbor style sucker punch at the start of any war. They are totally useless. 9. Economics mark aircraft carriers as obsolete dinosaurs. Why? Because they are immensely expensive when compared to the weapons needed to attack them. This means that potential enemies will gladly produce numerous weapons like relatively cheap anti-ship missiles to attract the aircraft carriers. Thus, aircraft carriers will always be facing swarms of attackers. And please note that Russia, China, and Iran have numerous hypersonic missiles against which neither the USA nor any of our allies have any real defense against. Number 10. Also, aircraft carriers take something like a minimum of 2 years to construct, and their highly trained crews are not like cannon fodder infantry that can be turned out in as little as 4 months. A year or even more is needed to train the pilots and the many technicians manning these aircraft carriers. 11. Even if one aircraft carrier is sunk, then the whole planet will know that the USA naval empire is a dead parrot, so hostile nations will throw everything at the USA carriers. The USA has only about 11 aircraft carriers, and with them sunk or playing chicken in friendly waters, our global striking power is essentially zero. That's about all anyone needs to know about aircraft carriers. Part 2 will be about manned aircraft and will be posted in a few days. Before I wrap up this video, I want to remind listeners that as of January the 13th, 2026, President Maduro has been a kidnapped captive for, I think, 11 days now. And so far, our beloved and feared emperor has zero oil from Venezuela, despite of claims that he now runs Venezuela. Ha ha ha! You don't know nothing on the ground down there, Trumpy baby. And be advised that the hijacking of Venezuelan oil on the high seas does not count. That's the sort of military dine and dash photo op so typical of our beloved and feared Emperor Trump. To refill the imperial treasury, the USA must occupy Venezuela or intimidate the Venezuelans into cringing submission. Ha! I don't think they could do it. So the ongoing count is 11 days of bullying bluster, but nothing to show for it so far. Nothing of substance, nothing real. El Zippo, nothing. Also note well that kidnapping Maduro's wife was a barbarism worthy of the great Roman Empire Caligula himself. This is the first serious sign of over-the-top imperial barbarism that Trump has displayed, and he should apologize and return that lady to Venezuela at once. Also, please remember to support your local elected county sheriff. And that's it for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.